Little editor's note right here. When I made this list a week ago, Sergio De Larrea was still in the draft. He is not. So let's get to it. So Dylan Harper, Kasparas Jakucionis, Jeremiah Fears, Egor Demin, Nolan Traylor, Boogie Fland, Walter, Clayton Jr., Sergio De Larrea, Tyrese Proctor, and Mark Sears are my top 10 point guard position. So I think when you look at this draft, the black left-handed, I don't know why I said black, but like I was going to say Cade Cunningham is the black Luka Doncic and Dylan Harper is the left-handed Cade Cunningham. My brain farted right there. So put it in that order. If originally, I think Shagun's passed Sabonis, but for a while they were saying it was Jokic, Sabonis, Shagun. I think this really could be Doncic, Cade Cunningham, Harper, in terms of guys who have the potential to be pretty freaking solid. I love his game. He plays slow, fast. He can create. I think he's a guy who could surprise people and end up being better than Cooper Flag. He has that downhill ability, draws fouls. He's got NBA size. He can be a pick and roll ball handler. He can score off the pick and roll. He's got the ability to use his body to draw defenders and finish through contact. He's got the pull-up game, everything you want, and he's a willing defender. I think the kid can be really good. Now, next up is Kasparas Jakucionis, who I talked with somebody and, kind of like a Tyrese Halliburton-esque guard. He can play on or off ball. He's a high IQ player from Lithuania. He's got this hard grit and just sees passing angles that few players his age do. He controls pace, protects the ball when he's on fire, and then he'll lose the ball. He loses the ball sometimes and turns the ball over when he struggles a lot. But when he's on fire, he's like damn near unstoppable. Yeah, he technically lacks the burst, but I think his size and his ability to be like a creator is what makes up for him being not the best of a shooter. So, or not shooter, of a ball protector. Like, he turns the ball over. I think the ball, like, something you'll notice is like his assist to turnover ratio is rough. It's really rough, but can score, rebound. I really just see, like, he screams one or two, you're going to develop. At worst case worst, you got a guy who can either be all-star potential or a really good player off the bench. Jeremiah Fears, the one that people said, oh, Monte Ellis, Jamal Murray hybrid. And I like him. I think he's someone that could be really good. And he's got the point guard skills. Got a little bit more, I think, combo guard game. But I think you're going to try to develop him first as a point guard due to the fact that he brings the speed, the shifty ball handling, and the fearlessness that you want scoring-wise. And he's great behind the arc. And he flashes the ability to be, a lead guard. I think worst comes to worst, if the shooting comes around and he doesn't pan out as a point guard, he's someone that with being, if he does become a better defender, he can be a microwave off the bench who can score for you in bunches and isn't like an absolute cone. I just think, is the shot going to be there? I don't think he's as like athletic as Monte Ellis is, but I think he's damn near a good player and someone that I would bet is going to figure it out. So just keep an eye out for him. And I think he's just somebody that I would definitely say has a really high ceiling. Not as high as this guy. Egor Demin is someone that I would definitely go ahead and put together a huge reel. Show him what he could do at Real Madrid. Show him what he could do at BYU. The shot could not fall at BYU. It looked better overseas than it did here. He's a jumbo guard. He's someone that, look, if it all comes together, he's a more athletic, Josh Giddey. All right. He's got that Josh Giddey, Ben Simmons passing ability. Not as athletic as Ben Simmons, but he can dissect defenses. He can run point. He's like 6'10". He's the penultimate high reward, high risk player He just couldn't hit the right side of a barn, and it was really weird because he was also not able to find his shot. Like, he can initiate offense, he can orchestrate the half court set, and he has the dribble decision making to do it all. It's just when it comes to him shooting, he's inept at it, and I don't know why his shot's so anemic. But I think that's something that's workable. Nolan Traylor, I had someone say that this guy is like similar to Killian Hayes. He got better over the year. He shot well. Like, he can be physical and aggressive, and he surprised a lot of people last year. Throughout the season, he had some growing pains. He ended the year really like his shot falling, and he has the crafty and poise and the pick and roll ball handling ability to figure it out. I think he is like a Killian Hayes, Jamal Murray hybrid, where like he could be a guy that ends up being like a 2 guard who can play on or off ball. It's just like he offers little like upside as a defender, and he's kind of a risky pick because he may never be more than just a spot starter and a solid backup, maybe along the lines of a Corey Joseph. And that's like not a bad career. That's fine. It's just maybe somebody that you want to draft at the end of the first or later. I'd rather have Boogie Fland, who I think could be like the Rob Dillingham of this draft class. He is just so much fun to watch, a great shot. He ended up getting hurt, so that's why he didn't play as many games, but 13 points. The shot when he came back wasn't as good, but the slipperiness he has in his game to play on or off ball, yeah, I know he's only like 6'2", and he's just someone who's going to at least be a microwave shooter off the bench. He's got quick twitch ability and can score at all 3 levels. He's just got to show that he can defend, stay healthy, and be a bit more of a creator for his teammates. Now, next up, we have ourselves a guy that I think is like, if you put Freddie VanVleet and Mr. Patty Mills in a lab, you get yourself this guy who's a seasoned, tough guy like Fred VanVleet, but he has the ability to play as an undersized 2 guard or be a 1 like Patty Mills, who plays on or off the ball. He'll hit his pull-ups. He'll defend, bigger guards than him. He's a plug-and-play backcourt piece for me, especially a team that needs a backup point guard. I would go ahead and get him because I think he's just someone that I would just really, really, really enjoy seeing contending team. Like, we've talked about it before, who's a team that needs a backup point guard, and that is the Denver Nuggets. And he's someone that could help their backup point guard woes. And another one, the Miami Heat, if they were, like, let's say, to trade back, they could go and get a guy like Walter Clayton. I think he's a tough combo guard with point guard like skills. And best case scenario, dude, this is a guy who could develop like Fred VanVleet and just be a steal for somebody. I really do like the potential of Walter Clayton Jr., which is a great story too. Sergio De Larrea, he's a bit skinny playing for Valencia. He's gotten better as the season's gone on, in my opinion. 6'6", I believe. Some people have put 6'4" or 6'5", but 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists a game. And to me, I think that he's somebody that it's a bit of a flyer. You're going to want to take him either as a draft or stash, but he's tall enough to see where the defense is. He's a bomber. He's a willing shooter. He makes great reads. He plays with this stoic, calm demeanor. And obviously the defense and the consistency is something you want to see more, but he's a guy who could be a 6'6" 3-point shooting point guard that everybody wants, or worst comes worst, he's a secondary playmaker, and you're cool with that. So let's talk about the last two. And the next one is Tyrese Proctor, who could be this like great pick and roll orchestrator, a defender that guards 1 and 2, basically maybe like a poor man's Dyson Daniels. He's a guy who can go ahead and be a catch and shoot 3-point shooter who's great this year for Duke. And I think he's somebody that I really just enjoy what he's been able to do as he finds teammates, defends 1, 2s, and 3s. The jump shot's a bit shaky, but almost 6'6", 6'4", 6'5" I've seen. He's tall enough to play multiple positions, and I think he's a plug and play. If you need a backup point guard who's going to be a bit of an older player who's going to be a pro, I think this is the guy you go for. And then the Marcus Sasser, Jamal Shed of this class is Mark Sears. He's an efficient bucket getter who's tough-nosed. He's got a decent first step. He isn't going to be your primary facilitator or scorer, but he's a willing passer. He's got the toughness, the ability to defend multiple positions, aka just both backcourt spots. He is a little undersized, but I think he could carve out a career as a bench player. So that's right there, my point guards. And yeah, so let me hear your thoughts on that one. Now, look, do we do the sleepers right here or no? I think we could do the sleepers, and then we'll like chill out, I think is the best way to put it, or wrap up this stream. So let's go ahead and do the last couple that I think